Hello everybody, Gliderman here. So today we're back and we're working on the is-win check in the Tic Tac Toe project. So in the last episode we worked on hooking up the action listener to our interface. So now we've got it checking all of our buttons and then updating the states array, which is an array of integers. And then it's calling the is-win, and we're going to be working on the is-win now. So basically this is going to be a check to test multiple different orderings in the integer array that were a win condition. So we're going to just start off with a boolean, and then we're just going to call this win, and we're going to assign that to false. Not false, oh my goodness, false by default, and then basically if it detects something that is a win, then it will set it to true. So let's work on this. So we're going to do if, and then we're going to do states, and then 0, and then that is equal to states 1, and that is also equal to states 2, then win is assigned true. And so we're going to be doing a bunch of single line if statements like that, where we've got the condition and then we set that there. Now this appears to be giving us a little trouble here. Okay, so it looks like it just wants us to divide it up. So we'll just copy that, and then we'll just do a first check here, and then and then we'll just paste in the states 1 again, and then wrap that second one in parentheses as well. So basically, if states 0 and states 1 are equal, and states 1 and states 2 are equal, and then as well, and states 2 and then is equal to states 0. So basically that's going to say if the first two are equal and the second two are equal and the third wrapped around to the first, because it's going to go in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 order. So we're just going to copy this, and then we're going to paste 3 times, and then we're going to offset all of these by 3. So 3, and then 4, and then 4, and then 5, and then 5, and then 6. Oh wait, not 5, or not 6 there, 3 again. And then here, it starts at 6, and then goes to 7, and then 7 goes to 8. So I just realized this wasn't actually going to detect who actually won, but we can do a little trick, and we can pick that up from the whose turn is it variable. So we're just going to need to remember to account for the fact that it was reversed here. And actually, we don't even need to do that. We can just cut that from there, and then put that right after the is-win there, so that it flips whose turn it was down there. So let's just give that a little bit of space and save that. So now we know whose turn it was, and so now we just need to detect, whether it's true or whatever. So now we need to do the vertical ones going across. And so we're just going to copy another one of these, and then we're going to give ourselves just a little bit of space. So that's going to be from 0, testing whether 3 is there, or is the same as 3, and then 3 is testing this whether 6 is the same, and then 6 is going to test whether 0 is the same. And then we're just going to do that. So this would be 1, and this would be 2, This would be 4, this would be 5. And again here 4 and 5. And then 7 and then 8. 7 and then 8. And then back to 1 and 2. Now all we have left are the diagonals. So we're just going to stick in another set of these. So we're going to test if 0 is equal to 4, and if 4 is equal to 8, and then if 8 is equal to 0. And actually I'm going to write a little cheat sheet for us to use so that we don't get confused about which one is which. So that's going to be 0, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5, and then 6, 7, and 8. So that's kind of what we're testing right here, where we're doing 0, 4, and 8. Now we're going to do 2, 4, and 6. So copy and paste that in. So that's going to be 2, and then 4, 4, and then 6, like that. And then 6 is testing against 2. So now we've done all of our testing to make sure that our win condition will be correct. So now we can go down here, and if win, so if there was a win, then we're going to say that there was a winning condition. And we're going to test who won. So we're going to pull whose turn it was. And if it was X's turn, then we're going to pop up, or actually we're going to set a string. So we're going to do string, we're just going to call it S for now, for lack of a better name to give it, but it's going to be the little string that appears in a little pop-up window at the top. So, or not at the top, but over top. So now we're going to just say that we're just going to give that empty string there, and if it was X's turn, then S gets concatenated to it X, and then otherwise S gets concatenated to it O, like that. And then S at the end will get the congratulations string attached to it. So has 1, like that. And now we're going to do a J option pane, and then we're going to just show a message dialog. Let's see if the autocomplete will work with us. There we go. So show message dialog, and let's see, what do we want it to do? We want it to have a parent component, message, title, and a message type. So parent component, that'll be null, so that it appears in the middle of the screen. The message will be S, because that's what it is, and then U1 will be the title of the window, and then the message type will be a J option pane dot, let's see, what will that be? Looks like just information message will be what we're looking for. So now that'll pop up a window saying who has won and go through like that. So there's a couple more things that we want to do. You may remember that at the top of our window we actually have a text label that we actually have default to just saying text. So we're going to just make it say, actually we aren't going to put anything in here so that we can actually have the game reset, which will be in the next episode. But for now, we're just going to, let's just stick it right before build window. So the who goes label, we'll just set its text to X goes first, like that. And then down here, after the turn was triggered, actually, little neat trick that we can do here, we can make isWin return a variable. So we'll just say boolean win, and then we'll assign that to isWin, and then up here we'll make this return a boolean, and then over here this will return win. So we'll use that in the more heavily in the next episode, but for now we're just going to be checking if there was a win, or if there was not a win, my bad. Then we're going to do who goes label, if I can spell that right, label dot set text, and then we're going to set this to x goes now, because I just realized we need that wrapped in an if statement as well. You can see there's a lot of work going into figuring out what you need to do here, and a lot of nesting for the program logic. So who goes label, and then we're just going to set the text to O goes now if it's not X's turn. And then down here we'll just say else, and then we're just going to leave a comment saying to reset the game. Let's see what's up with that. Oh, looks like I accidentally put in a single quote. So I just realized that we did a pretty big mess up with the if statements going through here, where we're going through and we're testing if things are really equal. And I'm sorry about that, but we need to replace all of this stuff with return. So each one of these needs to return immediately instead of allowing it to go through, because remember, it will go 0 is equal to 0 is equal to 0 is going through, and that'll say, oh, well, there's a win condition. So we need to just fix that by returning true really quickly, and then we'll just cut this from here so that it will still return false. And there's one more thing that we need to add to the if statements. So if you did win, we're going to do this right before it switches turns. So if win, it'll do this check. Oh, it looks like we even copied that. My bad. So we'll just select this, and then we'll hit, I believe it's Control-I on Windows, and it's Command-I on Mac. And it looks like it's still doing something weird with the formatting colors. Don't worry about that too much, as we know that that code should work. So back up here, we need to also check and make sure that the at least one of these is greater than 0. Because if we don't, then it will simply say, oh, well, it's 0, 0, and 0. Those must be true. So we'll just do states 0 is greater than 0. And then we'll just copy this, and we'll change this number here to apply to whatever one that we want there, provided it's actually in the if statement that's being checked. So this would be 3, this would be 6, this would be 0, this would be 1, 2, this would be 0, and this would be 2. And of course we want to do these for every single one of these. My bad again. There's a lot of stuff that you learn when doing this development thing. So we need to make sure every single one of these is greater than 0. So we'll copy this, and then we'll just paste that twice, and then we'll do if that's also greater than 1, and if that's also greater than 2. Here and here, this should be 4 and 5, or not greater than 2, my bad. You want to make sure everything's greater than 0, so I'll catch you right after that's all added in. And there we go. So basically it was just putting these things back in just like we had over there. So it's a really long if statement series, but let's give that a run, and now we should have a fully working tic-tac-toe game that we don't actually have resetting, but that will be in the next episode. So let's give this a try. Let's put X in the middle. Let's try putting O over here. Let's go and say X went there. O was really sneaky and put it there. X went, oh, I see what you're trying to do over here. O kind of got lost, and then X won the game. Just like that. So, in the next episode, we'll be working to get this working with resets so that you can play it multiple times easily after somebody has won. And so, in the meantime, to be notified the instant that comes out, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!